Political weaponization. That's how Congressman and California gubernatorial candidate Eric Swalwell is responding to reports. The FBI is looking to dig up a decades-old investigation with him in focus. NBC Bay Area's Conejero Saab is joining us live. She's outside of the federal building in San Francisco this morning. You heard from the congressman this morning. What's he saying? He's taking this seriously?
Yeah, good morning, Laura. The congressman is calling this a distraction. He was here outside the federal building in San Francisco this morning addressing this report that came out over the weekend, saying he calls this a targeted weaponization. He thinks this is happening because his campaign for governor is a threat to President Trump. He goes on to say he believes that he's at the center of a reported push to dig up an FBI investigation that dates back more than 10 years ago.
The president dreams of a servant in Sacramento, a Western White House. But unfortunately for him, our campaign is winning.
And so over the weekend, the Washington Post and the New York Times publishing reports alleging FBI Director Kash Patel is behind a push to release documents from a decades-old investigative file involving Swalwell and, quote, a suspected Chinese intelligence operative. The Post reporting the Chinese operative is Christine Fang, who reportedly courted Swalwell and other California politicians from 2011 to 2015. The report also suggesting internal FBI discussions could go as far as to arrange for Fang to get a U.S. visa in exchange for speaking to the FBI. This morning, Representative Swalwell responding on concerns the investigation will be made public.
This case is closed. The Bureau said over 10 years ago, all we did was help. But this effort to weaponize the FBI against the president's political enemy at a time that we are at war shows a distraction. It shows an obsession with going after the president's political opponents.
Now, an FBI spokesperson was quoted in the Washington Post article disputing any notion of improper motives. Now, we should note that the investigation was looked into by the House Ethics Committee. It closed in 2023, and the case closed with no action and found no wrongdoing involving Representative Swalwell. In San Francisco, Conejero Saab, NBC Bay Area News.